Welcome to another episode. Take a moment.
How long's a moment?
These were the technical deals.
Yeah, the movies.
Fans, the music, the excitement of it all.
When you see that they're doing it out of love.
Not at all. Thank you.
It's true though, it's funny. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Climb the Mountain. Today we are here in sunny Cape Town with an incredible guest that I'm very blessed to have on the show today, and I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hello, so my name is Adam Redford. I am from London originally, but I come to Cape Town for about 3 months of the year to do model season here. So I'm very excited to be with you. Lovely to meet you.
So tell us a little bit about, because you're amazing. You're an absolute legend. You've done lots of cool stuff. So run us through some of the things that you've done, some of the things that you're currently doing, and like a little bit about the story of Adam and how you came to be.
Okay, so I grew up in Norfolk in a rural countryside town. Do you want me to talk more about career side of things or personal side of things?
Merge them.
Merge them. Okay, here we go. So I grew up, very rural in a very religious family. I grew up very, very religious myself as well. I've always been creative, always been into performing, and thankfully my family allowed me to do that. When I was 8, my dad passed away. I had quite a few family members pass away when I was young. So my dad, my auntie, and my grandparents, which instantly made me realize from a young age, security, safety, and consistency is not guaranteed. So that was a big wake-up call. And then I realized, okay, I'm in this world on my own. I need to kind of grow up quickly. Then I studied drama, studied theatre, singing, moved to London to become a star, going to drama school, had very intense 3 years in drama school. I also got scouted to be a model at that time as well. So I was doing fashion shows and dance shows all at the same time, constantly under scrutiny. So modeling was saying, I was already underweight, but they wanted me skinny runway model. Then drama school was saying, you need to bulk up, you need to be the lead man, you need to be muscly. So straight away, there was a lot of criticism about how I looked, my body, and trying to change that. I ended up with an eating disorder, ended up in hospital for that, reiterating the feeling of not feeling safe in my own body, in my own space. Also, being religious, if you can't tell, I'm gay. And so I was trying to shut that part of me down as well. So a lot of disassociation from my body because it was shameful, sinful. I was told I was cursed, that I needed to heal myself. So every year I would go to these camps and try and exorcise the demons of the homosexuality. And every year I was like, okay, I'm straight now. And it didn't work. So I'd go back again. Exactly. A few minutes. And then I was like, well, still gay. So yeah, I did that again and again, which was obviously very damaging mentally.
And also, everything I'm hearing is just this massive struggle from external and internal about self-acceptance.
Yeah. Just trying to be something that was impossible. And exactly. And the me that I was not allowed. I wasn't allowed to be me, basically, in many different ways, as you can tell. So then I came to a point where I was like, okay, I'm Christian. I have to be celibate forever and single. So I tried that. And then I got to a place where I was like, okay, I'm Christian and I'm gay. I'm allowed to be a gay Christian. Let's do that. I found a church that was accepting and that was great. And then over time, I just felt like I'm constantly trying to prove myself that I'm not a sinner, that I am
please someone
worthy.
else.
Yeah. And I just felt constantly like I was not enough. And then I over lockdown, it stopped church, it stopped Bible study, it stopped Alpha course, all these things that I was doing. I was going to church 5 times a week doing different things. And it stopped it all. And I was forced to just think for myself and not just listen to what everyone else was telling me. I was like, oh. And then I was always told that meditation was evil and from the devil because you empty your mind and then the devil can get in. And so I was terrified of anything that wasn't church. And then I got a meditation tutor from India and it was amazing. And I was like, oh, this is, sitting like this with your hands open in church. We do it to receive forgiveness and to ask for forgiveness because we're sinners. And if we do it wrong, we're going to burn in hell forever. But with meditation, it's just because it's a loving thing to do for you and for others. And there's no conditions and there's no guilt or shame. And it's like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be. So then I really started exploring meditation and getting tuition, and then it was just amazing. I had so many different types of therapy, and I always came back to meditation. And then I got my dream job in West End in Mamma Mia, and I was like, I've made it. This is all
huge.
worth it. And I was like, I'm living the dream. I was so happy. But all the things I'd pushed down and ignored and stuff resurfaced because I hadn't really I'd been getting therapies and pills and medication to treat the symptoms, but never really treating the root. And so when something stressful like a massive job comes up, everything flares up, and I was having these crazy symptoms at night where I was hyperfixated on bodily sensations, feeling like I forgot how to breathe. I was getting woken up by banging noises, but I didn't have any neighbors, and I was told it's coming from inside my head, from unprocessed memories, because I wasn't sleeping enough, so the brain was unable to process these noises from the day, and so they were waking me up in real time. It was just a lot.
Crazy. So intense for you.
So intense. And I was like, what is wrong with me? I couldn't find anyone else that had this. And so long story short, I pushed through Mamma Mia, and I was taking sleeping pills and just pushing through, and I was like a zombie. And then I lost my vision one night on stage, and I couldn't see anything because I hadn't slept for so long. I'd taken so many different sleeping pills and medication that my body was like, we can't do this anymore. And so I got signed off. And at the time I was devastated because I was like, I finally got this thing and I've lost it all. What is the point?
Yeah.
But now looking back, it forced me to come back to myself and be like, Adam, you can't carry on like this, pushing through at the gym, not listening to your body, pushing through at work, ignoring everything, and just got to be perfect and on stage and, be on constantly, and losing everything, which was my biggest fear. And then it happened, really forced me to be like, okay, what's going on? Come back to yourself, sit with yourself. I got some great advice and some great therapy from some people who just really highlighted that I had very low discomfort tolerance. So I was not good at sitting with my feelings, listening to myself.
Like most people, to be fair.
Uncertainty and discomfort. I was constantly distracting myself with my phone, with YouTube, with music, with the gym, with anything. And then I'd get to bed and I couldn't distract myself anymore. So I was like, it's all coming up. So yeah, it was really hard at the beginning.
Relate.
Exposing myself to triggers and sitting with them and letting myself, it was horrible. Panic attacks were a thing, but I had to sit and the more you train yourself to sit with the pain and the feelings, I wasn't trying to feel better. I was trying to feel my feelings better, if that makes sense. So it was a journey, and now, thank goodness, I can't believe I am in the place I am.
You do not look like what you've gone through.
Yeah.
You do not look like what you've gone through at all. And you're so successful.
Yeah.
Like, as your friend, it's beautiful. And we haven't known each other that long, but it's been really inspiring to hear your story and now how you want to passionately go and help others through all of these things, and being so vulnerable and so honest about these things and in the public eye. And I guess maybe... So the rock bottom is also for you potentially the judgment of everybody. And now maybe correct me if I'm wrong, with those masks that are now off, it's easier to just be and speak out. And you've probably heard so many horrible things said to you that it doesn't matter anymore. It can't get any worse.
Exactly. Yeah. And learning to, another thing recently, even the last few years, I realized that I actually hated myself because of everything that was said to me, and because of who I was told that I was. I hated myself because I couldn't heal and I couldn't change. I couldn't be who they wanted me to be. So learning to, sounds cheesy, but love myself and
embrace all those parts, because they're amazing
all the time. We're the only thing that we are, don't know how to articulate it, but we are with ourselves 24/7. If we don't love ourselves, it's miserable. And so, learning to love myself, some inner child work, giving myself what was not given to me, that love, that affirmation, not just acceptance, but embracing myself and being proud of myself. Because also in society in England, it's like, you can't be too proud of yourself because then it's arrogant.
You're a poser.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch out.
All these things.
Yes. And you can't show emotion. You have to have the stiff upper lip.
upper lip.
Yeah.
Being kind to myself and yeah, and so it's been a journey, but I'm finally sleeping a lot better. I'm feeling much better, feeling way more grounded and present. And the thing that has helped that most is meditation, and it's difficult, and breath work. It's difficult at the beginning. People may think that it's easy, but it's really hard to stop everything and just sit with yourself and
go through it all.
And
such a
let
lonely
these things
place.
come up. Yeah.
So would you say, what point in your life, what was it? At what point did you become the hero of your own life? Take back your power?
Yeah. It's a good question. And I think there's been a few moments where I've been forced to be my own hero. And I think only recently, over the last few years, especially the last year, I fell in love for the first time because I'd stopped myself from doing that for so long. And then when I finally did, I was like, realizing that I was chasing someone or something because I wasn't able to give it to myself. And so now I've realized it is, at the end of the day, we're on our own, and we need to, I can't think of how to articulate it, but yeah, I realized that I needed to be the hero of my own story, but rather than relying on other people to be it, because that's unreliable, and people are their own people.
For when it goes to, and if it goes wrong, that suffering is terrible.
And then you rely on them to be your purpose, your source of joy or your source of love. And it's like, that's so inconsistent and so unreliable and risky, because if they go, you're screwed again, and then you're back to square one. So yeah.
Taps into the loss, though, of a child
Definitely,
too, and the grieving of losing people that you love.
Yeah. So I think the last few years has been, it's been a consistent reminder of, you need to be the hero of your own story, but actually really sitting in that and embodying that has been probably the last 3 years, where especially after Mamma Mia, where I've been like, I can't rely on anyone else to help me anymore. I've tried everything, I've tried everyone, and I need to be my own hero. And so it's come from that. Yeah,
that's incredible.
And I'm so grateful that I've got to this point, because so many people don't, and that's why I want to use the experiences that I've been through to help other people, because I've learned so much about it, and I've come out of it and am stronger and healthier than I've ever been. I know that there are people that are still in that dark place that I was in, and I wish there was someone who could have shown me what I want to show people, if that makes sense. There is a way out, and there is a way out, and you may feel like you're the only one going through this, or your situation is unique or worse than everyone else's, and there's no diagnosis. And these are things that I felt for so many years, and so hopeless, and you get really dark. And I want people to know that the world has got billions of people. There are other people that have gone through something the same or similar. You're not on your own. As damaging as social media and phones are, it's also really positive in that it can connect you with people all over the world that can help you, that can relate to you, that can provide some kind of
hope.
Hope. Exactly. That's the word. Hope.
Hope
And
is
hope
such
is
a
so
big
important.
thing. Yeah.
When you lose that, it's scary.
It's over. I think also, like, while you were talking, what I was thinking, particularly from my side, from my life experiences, it's not like you go through it and then you fix something. It's almost like you fall down a lot. And you hit rock bottom a lot, and it's not like, now you've done it because you finally got it.
Yeah.
It's a constant battle, and you fall down and you have to do the same things again. But I think when you first find your little formula, then you can cling on to that and use it. And not everyone's is the same. Yeah.
And it does get easier, and there was a point where I was like, why am I going through such an awful time again? Can't catch a break.
Again.
But it sounds so cheesy, but it's all life lessons, and it's all teaching you something. And until you learn that lesson, you're going to keep getting taught it again and again. The universe is going to keep going, you need to learn this lesson.
I can't stand it. It's like, I thought I handled this, and it's like, no, we're just going to send you another shit one just to test, just to see. I was like, but can't I finally have a nice one? No. Because your old patterns are still going.
Exactly. That's what it is. And until you change them or learn or grow, you're going to keep going through the same thing. And I do still go through difficult times, but I'm way more equipped. I'm way more grounded and centered, and to have a massive perspective where you can zoom out and be like, okay, what is this trying to teach me?
You can notice it a lot quicker, do you think, too?
Definitely.
I said to my life coach last year, I had a relationship for 6 months or 5 months, I can't remember, and picked somebody who wasn't right for me. And I was like, wow, that's a really long time to do the wrong thing. And she said, dude, you're like with someone and married for 12 years. That's a really quick time in the
comparison,
scope of,
yeah.
I was like, huh, okay.
And it shows that
So
you've
we'll
learned
reframe.
from the long period of time, so that the next
Make it
time,
shorter
Yeah, you
and
realize
non-existent
quickly. Yeah.
Just make it non-existent now. No more.
No. You'll align with someone that's also learned those lessons, I think, and then you'll be on the same page.
I think it's interesting because you can pick your battles in life and how if you're somebody who's had abandonment issues, which I have, I've also had a lot of loss at a young age. You are looking for something to fill that sometimes.
Yes.
And then when you're older and you kind of, like you said, you zoom back and you look, it's like for now, like, yeah, I don't need to be lonely. There's people around that I could have a lot of fun with and do things with. But then that's a price you pay for the distraction and potentially going down a rabbit hole that's not actually healthy. It's not what you really want. It's a time waster, a little bit of satisfaction where you should get that from yourself, not an external person. And so,
But in this day and age, there's so much external serotonin and dopamine and distraction. It's so difficult to not feed into it. I mean, we're just surrounded by it. Everything's pulling our attention these days. So yeah, it's not easy. And I'm not saying it's easy at all, but when you start doing it, it's like, wow, it's so rewarding and beneficial. I think, my experience anyway.
focus. And then you're manifesting and things are being created so much easier.
And things are just coming into my life. I'm like, oh my goodness, manifestation is real. I was like, where's this all coming from? And it's great.
Done so well, and you're so brave and so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for you taking time out to talk to us and to be so honest and vulnerable on the show.
Thank you for letting me have this space.
I need to share my incredible bond and journey with Adam. He has been such a profound inspiration to me personally in our friendship. He's a trauma-aware breathwork facilitator and meditation coach. He offers one-on-one sessions to help people build a resilient nervous system, which is what we all need. And he teaches us how to meditate on our own without relying on apps, guided tracks, or other people, which is quite nice because then he's empowering us as the individual not to be, to be self-reliant and not reliant on others. His approach is gentle and practical. Functional breathwork you can actually use every single day, plus a personalized meditation technique that's tailored to exactly where the person is at. What makes him different is that trauma-aware training, he knows how to work with people safely and gently, so the practices can support you instead of triggering you. Adam has already helped so many people, including myself, with lasting improvements in their lives. If you're interested in working with Adam and going down that route with him, we're going to put his caption down and details below. And I just want to thank you guys so much for joining us today on Climb the Mountain.